बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर राम चंद्र की जय। राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नमामि शमीशान निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं। विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं। निजं निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहं चिदाकाशवाकाशवासं भजेऽहं। चिदाकाशवाकाशवासं भजेऽहम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय। 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 निराकार मोकार मूलं तुरीयं गिरा ज्ञान गोतीतमीशं गिरीशं करालं महाकाल कालं कृपालं गुनागार संसार पारं नतोऽहम्। तुषारादृशं काशगौरं गभीरं मनोभूतकोटिप्रभा श्रीशरीरं स्फुरन् मौलिकल्लोलिनी चारुगङ्गा लसत् भाल भाले धुकन्ते भुजङ्गा चलत् कुण्डलं भ्रूसुनेशं विशालं प्रसन्नाननं नीलकण्ठं दयालं मृगाधीशचर्माम्बरं मुन्दमालं प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि। प्रचण्डं प्रकृष्टं प्रगल्भं परेशं अखण्डम् अजं भानुकोटिप्रकाशं त्रयः शूलनिर्मूलनं शूलपाणिं भजेऽहं भवानीं पतिं भावगम्यं भजेऽहं भवानीपतिं वामगम्यं कलातीत कल्याण कल्पान्तकारी सदा सजनानन्ददाता पुरारी सदा सजनानन्ददाता पुरारी चिदानंद संदोह मोहपहारी प्रसिद्ध प्रभु प्रभु मन्मथारे नयावातुमानात् पादारविन्दं भजन्ति लोके परे वानराणं न तावत् सुखं शान्ति सन्तापनाशं प्रसीद प्रभु सर्वभूतादिवासम् न जानामि योगं जपं नैव पूजां न तोऽहं सदा सर्वदा शम्भुतोऽभ्यं जरा जन्म दुःखौघतातप्यमानां प्रभु पाहि यापन्नमामीश शम्भो प्रभु पाहि यापन्नमामीश शम्भो ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। बोले उमापति महादेव की जय। Pranam to all of you as we welcome all of you on this beautiful Thursday evening to Shanti Satsangh in this holy month of Shraavan. May Bhagwan Shankar continue to bless all of you in abundance and to bring, of course, happiness and prosperity in its own way in your life. As we always start with every day, my friends, Hanumanji Chalisa, and we sing and praise Hanumanji Maharaj for all the greatness he has bestowed upon us in this life. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghuvar Bimal Jashu जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी है। राम जी से राम राम कहियो कहियो जी हनुमान जी। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत तुलित बलधाम अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नाम। ओ महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संग कंचन वरण विराज सवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्धे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। हो विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के बोलाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाए सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद हो यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कई सके कहाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जान, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेहि मुख माही, जल दिलांगी गए अचरज न, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक का हो तो ओ आपन तेज संहारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, हो सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है, पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, ओ अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए, ओ और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीरा, ओ बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख हो, जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा, हो ये सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, पावन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप सिया, भज रामचंद्र की जय, शरणम प्रभु, बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. We would like now to do the reviewing of our lingam, the alankar of the lingam today. And it's a very beautiful form, my friends, which tells us about, the uniqueness of Bhagwan Shivji. Shivji Bhagwan is unique because nothing about him is selfish. Nothing about him is for himself. Bhagwan Mahadev is friend of all. He's the friend of the poor, he's friend of the rich, he's friend of the good-looking, he's friend of everybody, he's friend of the dogs, he's friend of all creatures. He is friend with Narayan, he's friend with the God, everybody he's friend with. And so today, my friends, we reveal to you this very unique form of Bhagwan Vishnu. Bhagwan Vishnu, my friends, it cannot be separated from Bhagwan Mahadev. They are not separated, it is not possible. The doorway to Mahadev is through Hari Bhagwan's grace. The doorway to Hari Bhagwan, Shri Vishnu, is through Mahadev Bhagwan. और एक गुपुत मत सबही कहो कर जोर, शंकर भजन बिना नर भगति न पावई मोर. भगवान Ram ji, Ramcharitmanas. Ramji Bhagwan says, I'm going to tell all of you a secret. And what is this secret he's going to tell us, my friends? The secret is that, of course, nothing is possible without Hari Bhagwan's. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Let us now take a look at our lingam, my friends. The lingam depicts Bhagwan Vishnu. Today is Ekadashi. And in the lingam, you will see not the 3 marks of Shiva. You'll see, of course, the Chandan of Bhagwan Vishnu in a very unique form, my friends, decorated so nicely. Bole Mahavishnu Bhagavan ki jai. Om Sasankha Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Saruse Ruhekshanam सहारवक्षस्थलकौस्तुभं श्रियं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजं नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Continue showing the lingam. बोले विष्णु भगवान की जय हो। बोले श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय, नारायण भगवान की जय। The beautiful lingam, my friends. The blessed hands that went into, of course, making this possible. Bhagwan will always bless them. Shivji Bhagwan is this unique, my friends, where in the lingam or from the Shivji lingam, thousands of other forms can be seen and manifested. And Bhagwan Vishnu himself. Today is a very important day. It's called Ekadashi. And we'll talk about that, how Bhagwan Vishnu and Shivji are so close, inseparable, my friends. I'd like to first of all wish today a happy anniversary to a good friend of ours, a sister of ours from back home, Sati Bharat. Sati and her husband, of course, Navin, are celebrating their blessed wedding anniversary today. I want to wish her a happy anniversary. And this is, of course, coming from us, wishing you all the best on your blessed anniversary. They, about a year ago or so, migrated to this country to start a new future. We hope and pray that Bhagwan Vishnu and Mahadev Bhagwan continue to guide you and your beautiful children to a beautiful future in Canada. Bhagwan's blessings to you, Sati and Navin, and enjoy your marriage, wedding anniversary, and lots more, of course, to come. Nav. Sati and Nav, sorry. I want to wish all, of course, briefly, some happy birthdays and memories and so on. We have 4 sponsors today, which is amazing, and I will do detail, of course, greetings later. But today we're wishing a happy birthday to Melissa Devi Chandani Rajaram. Melissa Chandani Rajaram is celebrating her birthday today, and we wish you happy birthday on behalf of your family. Of course, on behalf of your mom, your dad, your sister, Sacha Devi, and the entire family circle, Durga Ma's blessings to you always. This is a special message to Chandani on the occasion of your birthday today. Chandani is a wonderful, loving daughter and an amazing big sister. She enjoys listening to music, singing and playing instruments. She's very passionate about social injustice issues and enjoys volunteering with children and other families at her ashram and at work. Chandani is strongly connected with her entire family circle and likes nothing better than hanging out with her cousins and playing Mario Kart, of course. We love her very much and pray for Durga Ma's blessings, for her to achieve all her dreams. And of course, this is from your entire family, Chandani. I know you have many names, but I like Chandani more because it's a beautiful Hindu, powerful name. May you always shine like the moon, as your name suggests. And of course, let your family always be proud of you. Happy birthday to you, Chandani. Today as well, my friends, we have a lot of dedication. Secondly, we are celebrating the life of Uncle Baker. This is a gentleman that I happen to know
from my childhood, celebrating our father, and this is of course from his family. Celebrating our father, Mr. Shraavan Singh, also known as Uncle Baker, and that is what he was known as in the village, Uncle Baker of Cotton Tree Village, who departed, of course, 23 years ago on this day. From his wife, Auntie Shirley, who is a regular attendee here, and all her children, Sati, Sano, Babita, and Geeta. All of the children, of course, who I know very much. It's a very special day, of course, for you to remember your father. And I'm glad on this very, very blessed day of Ekadashi, we can do something in his name, though virtually. God bless his soul, and may he forever bless all of you in your respective lives. We'll have a nice Vishnu Bhagwan bhajan for him later, because it's Ekadashi today. Happy 53rd wedding anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Lal Tashiu Tahal, who were popularly known as Uncle Laltu, and Auntie Shalom from number 2 village. This is coming from the children, Seso, Nalo, Sabo, and the late Nemo. Your daughter-in-laws, your daughters-in-law, sons-in-law, grandchildren, and great-grand. Bhagwan bless you both. This is another lovely couple who I happen to know from the village back home. No stranger to me, of course, and it's so nice that we can celebrate with you today. I'm glad that Sabo reached out to perform a dedication to all of you. Friends, I'm so happy that Bhavani Shankar Mandir and Shanti Satsangh can celebrate so many things with families around the world. And these wonderful mother and father of ours there in New York, who I know very much. God bless you both, and stay well always. Happy 10th birthday greetings are going out today to Parnita Kishun of Guyana. Parnita Kishun from Guyana, from your Nani and family in New York. And this is a lovely child who's in Guyana, and her lovely family, of course, thinks about her. I understand she's a little spelling bee. So we wish you all the best today, Parnita, and happy birthday. Stay blessed always. Enjoy your birthday, and never let go of your dharma. God bless all of you. We will continue to have dedications throughout the program later on. But today, my friends, is Ekadashi, and we have a special dedication to Bhagwan Shivji in the form of Shiva Vishnu Katha. Now we will have a bhajan by Shavi. Shavi is one of the children of our temple, and she attends our temple very often. We groom hundreds of children at our temple here, friends, and today she will lead Hey Krishna Gopala Hari, Hey Deen Dayala Hari. Please enjoy the bhajan, after which we will begin our Mahashiv Puran Katha. Bole Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai Ho.
Hey Krishna Gopala Hare, Hey Deen Dayal Hare, Hey Krishna Gopala Hare, Hey Deen Dayal Hare. तुम करता तुम ही कारण, तुम करता तुम ही कारण, परम कृपाल हरे, हे दीन दयाल हरे, हे कृष्ण गोपाल हरे, हे दीन दयाल हरे. रत हाके रन भूमि में, और कर्म योग के मर्म बताए. रत हाके रन भूमि में, और कर्म योग के मर्म बताए. अजर अमर कलम तारे,
That was a beautiful song to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. We're now going to have Bhumika as well do her bhajan early in the program. A special dedication today on Ekadashi at Bhavani Shankar Mandir. Bhumika will lead her bhajan now, and afterwards we will begin our katha this evening.
नारायण करुणा में शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम नारायण करुणा में शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी शोक मिटाई भव भयहारी शोक मिटाई भव भयहारी परम पिता परमेश्वर शरणम 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 नारायण करुणा में शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम संपत्ति पाई सब मन चाही 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 भक्त जनों की लाज बचाई भक्त जनों की लाज बताई दीन बंधु जगदीश्वर शरणम 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 नारायण करुणा में शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम नारायण करुणा में शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम
प्रेम से बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय.
Before we start as well, we'd like to wish a happy birthday today to Gomati, who, by the way, just came in the temple. Happy birthday, Gomati. And a message from your family. We'd like to wish a happy birthday to Gomati Sukram from your children, Nick and Nikita, and your loving husband, Raj. May Bhagwan Shiva continue to bless and guide you in each and every day of your life. We love you very much. And that's a message from your family, Gomati. Happy birthday again, and glad you can be in the temple, at least to celebrate in some manner on your very blessed day. Bole Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Kashi Vishwanath Maharaj ki jai, Bhavani Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. बोले विष्णु भगवान की जय. Today On this very blessed month of Shraavan, we are celebrating Ekadashi. Ekadashi occurs on the 11th day after the new moon and on the 11th day after the full moon. So Guru Purnima was on July 4th. 11 days after that, we're celebrating Ekadashi. So what does this mean, Ekadashi? Ekadash means 11th in the Sanskrit language. And you've heard about the waning and the waxing of the moon. These two phases of the moon. On Ekadashi, on the 11th day after full moon and on the 11th day after new moon, something very complex happens in this world. Something very unique happens in this world. Apart from the scientific part of it, there is a whole dharmic, a religious part of it, which is our life. On this day, which is dedicated to Narayana, Narayan who preserves and really governs this universe. When fasting is done on this day, your fasting is supported by the entire universe. There are 2 days in the month, my friends, where you never will feel hungry. One day is full moon day, and the next day is on Ekadashi day. Full moon day, as you know, when the moon is full. When the moon is full, it will enhance whatever behavior you already have. So, for example, if you have loving, kind behaviors and you're about a good nature person, the full moon will support. The full moon will support that. You'll be more loving, more kind. But if you have anger issues and if you have other negative issues, the full moon will enhance that behavior. So the full moon is not when people go crazy alone. It is when people go crazy in a positive sense as well. When the moon comes closer to the earth, you notice all the water bodies, the ocean, the rivers, they all rise. Including the water level in us, it rises as well. So you don't feel hungry. You don't feel hungry. That's a good day to fast. Because when your body is empty, you're a little bit closer to the divine. And the next day, my friends, when our fasting is supported, is on Ekadashi, which is today. Ekadash. 11th day after the full moon and 11th day after the new moon, your body goes through a certain dramatic change. When you fast, today, for example, I did not eat a single fruit. I'm on a fruit diet for 1 month up to August 3rd. But today is just liquid, through gas and water. We're good. Not a single fruit, not anything else. And what happens? You don't feel hungry. If you really focus on the meaning of the day, you don't feel hungry. What happens then when fasting is done on Ekadashi? When fasting is done on Ekadashi, my friends, you win the confidence of Narayan Bhagwan. You win the confidence of Mahavishnu. And when you win the confidence of Mahavishnu, Narayana, then the world becomes yours. I don't mean in a physical state, in a physical sense. I mean happiness, joy, bliss is beyond which you can handle when devotion to Narayan Bhagwan is there. Today is that day. And if at all even people go into some sort of fasting, you avoid grains, for example, on this day. Grains should not be eating in this day. Now, these things are important. You know, outside of the West Indian community, like in the Indian community, for example, they're quite familiar with Ekadashi. We have introduced Ekadashi into the West Indian community, and people have been very receptive about it, and we're glad because we must, my friends. It is not about what we grow up and what we know so many years and that we cannot make changes. No, no, no. We have to be very open-minded for changes. We have to be extremely open-minded because not only what we were taught when we were children or youngsters only exist. There are so many more things that exist. And one of them is Ekadashi. Today is a very powerful day. If we are living, my friends, if we are like a mustard seed, in the speck of the universe that we live in, if we're like a speck of dust or a mustard seed in this universe that we are living in, we need a tremendous amount of support to get by in life. And that doesn't mean being full all the time. It means being empty as well, some point. My Bauji Minto from New Jersey made a nice comment there. Panji, that's why you look so young. Well, yes, this very food that we claim to eat that will, give us life, that food destroys us. That very food destroys us. Today is a very important day within Shiva and Vishnu Bhagwan. My friends, you can never ever claim to worship Shivji and, of course, not have any likeness for Ram Bhagwan, Krishna Bhagwan, or Vishnu Bhagwan. It doesn't work like that. Or you cannot be a Ram Bhakta, you cannot be a Krishna Bhakta, you cannot be a Vishnu Bhakta and say that I don't like Mahadev because of how he dress. Even to this day, people do that kind of things, my friends. Oh, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Krishna. I'll say Bambole, and they don't want to hear that. Or sometimes you'll say, Har Har Mahadev, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? This Vaishnava, Shaiva thing, they were created by people. This division of people, based on who you love, they were all created by man, my friends. Because God has no distinction. God has no difference between each other. And today's katha is dedicated to Bhagwan Vishnu and Bhagwan Shivji to show you that even the great Vishnu Bhagwan, who, by the way, the lingam takes a form of Vishnu Bhagwan today. How do you differentiate from the looks of a devotee who they are attached to? You look at their forehead. The Shiva Bhaktas or the Shiv Murtis or the lingam will always be tripunda, crossed like this. Bhagwan Vishnu is always like this. Today the lingam has the tilaka of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, my friends, honoring Narayan Bhagwan in Shivji. And so today we dedicate this program, my friends, to the love of Narayan Bhagwan and Bhagwan Shivji as well. As I will sing these bhajans, of course, during the program, we have 5 birthdays today, or 5 dedication rather, so it will take a little time. So different part of the program I will dedicate to different things. As we now, my friends, go into the katha, and we do our first chanting to Bhagwan Sri Narayana, I will, of course, dedicate this chanting to Chandini, who celebrates her birthday today, and ask and pray that Vishnu Bhagwan bless her in abundance and give her all the strength she needs, of course, to grow as a young lady and to take on leadership roles in life. Om Narayanaye Namaha. Narayana, 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 hey, Narayana. Put on Chandani pictures now. Narayana, 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 hey, Narayana, 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 hey, Narayana, 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 hey, Narayana, Narayana,
Narayana, Narayana, hey, Narayana.
Oh, Narayana, 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 hey, Narayana, Narayana,
नारायण हे नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण
हे माधवा हे माधवा हे माधवा हे माधवा हे माधवा हे माधवा
हे माधवा हे माधवा
ओ हे माधवा हे माधवा हे माधवा हे माधवा नारायण 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 हे नारायण नारायण
नारायण
जय हो
नारायण हे नारायण
हो नारायण 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 हे नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण हे नारायण
हो नारायण 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 हे नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण हे नारायण
हो नारायण 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 हे नारायण नारायण
नारायण नारायण हे नारायण
हो नारायण 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 हे नारायण
नारायण नारायण नारायण हे नारायण
ओ नारायण हे नारायण नारायण हे नारायण. Once there was turmoil in the world, and everyone went to Bhagwan Vishnu for help. Turmoil in the sense that when there is a takeover of adharmic activities, you know what adharma is? Adharma means unrighteousness. And I'm not talking about unrighteousness alone in a religious sense. I'm talking about the world. The world. In my opinion, my friends, and I don't usually stick my finger in the political life publicly. I have my opinions. But in my opinion, what is happening in Guyana is adharma. That is, a dumb doorknob will tell you. A child who doesn't understand logic even will tell you that what is happening there is not right. Right? Sanctions are being given now. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. When what belongs to someone rightfully is not given to them or acquired by them, whenever that is called adharma, that is called unrighteousness. And that, in our beautiful motherland right now, is unrighteous. That is not dharma. Right? So slowly it will resolve, but that, without belonging to a party, you will know who is right and who is wrong. I don't need to tell you that. So whenever there is a fall of dharma in this world, Bhagwan Narayan will come and he will of course take over. He will come and he will take form. Ram Bhagwan, Krishna Bhagwan, Buddha, all of them he will take form of, and he will come to remove the unrighteousness and create a balance in this life. There was once a great battle between the Rakshas and the Devatas. There is always a fight. The demons will always want to conquer, to take over what is good. I have a solution for this, my friends. I think if any bad person want
whatever a good person have. It's not wrong to want it. But you can't be bad and have what is good. You have to change, right? You have to change in order to acquire that. A scrap metal on the road, of course, he wants to be among the irons of a building. He wants to be among the steel. But he cannot be that if he's stuck being a scrap metal. Somebody has to take it and somebody has to melt it. And then when melting occurs, changes occurs, then it becomes part of steel, part of something unique, my friends. Only when that happens. Now, we have to change as well in order for good things to come our way. So the demons, once there was a war where the demons wanted what the good guys have, the deities have. And they created a battle. And the demonic force, my friends, it is a very powerful force. Darkness is a very powerful force. Darkness, my friends, poison is more stronger than nectar. You must know that. Out of poison and purity, which one is stronger? Let me ask you that. Out of poison and purity, which one is stronger? You can have a whole tank of water, my friends. You can have a whole tank of water. But if you take a little bit of poison and you throw it inside, the entire tank of water becomes contaminated. Just with a few ounces of poison or unwanted chemicals, you throw it in the water, the entire tank of water, pure water, becomes contaminated because of a little bit of contaminated chemicals. A little bit. And that is why our purity cannot be as small as a tank of water or a river. It has to be as big as the ocean. So that whatever you put inside, it swallows it up all. Swallows it up all. And so, my friends, poison is very, very dangerous. So, the demons went and they were conquering the devatas, and everybody went to Vishnu Bhagwan. And Vishnu Bhagwan, my friends, he is responsible for the protection of the world, for preserving creation. If he doesn't preserve creation, he's not doing his job. So he has to preserve creation. But he did not have the right things to preserve creation. He did not have the right weapons. Bhagwan Vishnu, when you look at him right now, in any picture, he must have 4 things in his hands. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma. He must have these 4 things. When you look at Vishnu Bhagwan, he's identified by or with these 4 things. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Shankha, he has the Shank. After last night's katha, when Tulsi cursed him, Bhagwan Shivji told Vishnu, you will never be identified without the Shank, without the shell. And by the way, if I didn't tell you, Shankachu, the demon, became the Shank, the conch, without which Vishnu Bhagwan puja is incomplete. Right? He's identified with the Shank, the shell. Why do we blow the shell? Because when the shell is blown, the impure energies surrounding, they all disappear. They all disappear. He's identified with the Gada, the mace. The mace is the weapon of Raja Indra. It represents thunder and lightning. Then the Padma, the lotus. He's identified with the lotus, which is a symbol of Mahalakshmi, purity. With purity, we can conquer anything. And lastly, he is identified with the chakra, the Sudarshan chakra, the wheel of time. How did he get this wheel of time, my friends? After all the devatas went and they begged him for him to save the world, Bhagwan Vishnu says, there is only one. Kikarishyami chava karyam aradhya girisham surah Balishta shatravo hete vijetavya prayatnatah ityayukte sura sarve vishnuna pravishnunah matva daityan nahantan tanya durdham swakam swakam. Bhagwan Vishnu said, I must go and I must perform puja to Bhagwan Shivji rather, for him to bless me with the weapons so that I can destroy all these demons. Bhagwan Vishnu, my friends, what did he do? He went to Kailash. He went to Kailash, my friends, and he's going to perform puja to Bhagwan Shivji. Bhagwan Vishnu, my friends, leaves Vaikuntha and he came to this earth. You see how blessed this earth is? We human beings want to leave this earth to go to Vaikuntha, to heaven, to meet God. Bhagwan Ji left Vaikuntha and he came to this earth to meet God. Something we don't think about this often. Everybody's praying, they're looking up, Bhagwan, when am I going to come to you? Bhagwan, when am I going to come to you? Bhagwan is looking down on the earth and Bhagwan Vishnu is saying, when am I going to come to Kailash to do puja? Heaven is right on this earth, my friends. We want to go to God. God wants to come on this earth because on this earth, all pilgrimages are here. So he goes to Kailash, my friends. And who is he going to meet in Kailash? Who is he going to meet in Kailash? He's going to meet Bhagwan Shivji, the Lord of Kailash. Bhagwan Shivji, my friends, he does not live, at the bottom of the mountains. Or as I like to say, Shivji Bhagwan doesn't have the mountain as a backdrop. He doesn't have the mountain behind him to say, hey, look behind me, I have the mountain. No. He doesn't live at the middle of the mountain. He lives on top of the mountain. Because he shows us, my friends, where nobody can live, where nobody can dwell, where nobody can go, he lives there. Bhagwan Vishnu now goes to Kailash to win the confidence of Shivji. And when we talk about Kailash, my favorite bhajans come to mind, my friends. Who is Shivji and why does he live in Kailash? Ek bilam, ek pushpam, ek lota jal ke dhar. Dayalu rij ke det hai. Who's there? Chandramauli Phalchar. Chandramauli, the one with the crescent moon. Vyagambaram Bhasamambharam Jatajut Livasam. Asan jamaye, आसन जमाए बैठे हैं कृपा सिंधु कैलाश. Who seated there, my friends? Right on top of the mountain. कैलाश के निवासी नमो बार बार हूँ, नमो बार बार हूँ, नमो बार बार हूँ. आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू. आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू. कैलाश के निवासी नमो बार बार हूँ. नमो बार बार हूँ, नमो बार बार हूँ, नमो बार बार हूँ, नमो बार बार हूँ. आयो शरण तिहारी भोले भोले तार तार तू. आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू. कैलाश के निवासी नमो बार बार हूँ. आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू. Bhagwan Vishnu is going to meet Shivji Bhagwan, my friends, in puja. Jai Ho Bhole!
भक्तों को कभी तुमने भक्तों को कभी तुमने शिव निराश ना किया, मांगा जिन्हें जो चाहा वरदान दे दिया। भक्तों को कभी तुमने शिव निराश ना किया, मांगा जिन्हें जो चाहा वरदान दे दिया। बड़ा है तेरा दाईजा हो, बड़ा है तेरा दाईजा, बड़ा दातार तू, बड़ा दातार तू, बड़ा दातार तू। आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार। भोले कैलाश के निवासी नमो बार बार हूँ, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले भोले। बखान क्या करूं मैं, बखान क्या करूं मैं, बखान क्या करूं मैं राखों का ढेरता, जपते बभूत में है खजाना कुबेर का। बखान क्या करूं मैं राखों का ढेरता, जपते बभूत में है खजाना कुबेर का। है गंगा द्वार हो, है गंगा द्वार, है मुक्ति द्वार, है गंगा द्वार, है मोक्ष द्वार, है गंगा द्वार मुक्ति द्वार ओंकार तू, है गंगा द्वार मुक्ति द्वार मोक्ष द्वार तू। बाबा मोक्ष द्वार तू, बाबा मुक्ति द्वार तू। आयो शरण तिहारी भोले भोले तार तार तू, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू। कैलाश के निवासी नमो बार बार हूँ, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू, आयो शरण तिहारी भोले तार तार तू। भक्तों को कभी तुमने शिव निराश ना किया। Your devotees, Shivji Bhagwan, when they go through austerities and penance in life, and when they win your confidence, Mahadev, मांगा जिन्हें जो चाहा, very key, मांगा जिन्हें जो चाहा, whatever they desire, वरदान दे दिया, you give it to them, Mahadev. Whatever desires they want or they have in life, you, Mahadev, you grant that desire to them. You give that desire to them. Shivji Bhagwan, my friends, never ever fails to give. Why? Ashutosh Shashank Shekhar Chandra Mauli Chidambara Koti Koti Pranam Shambhu Koti Naman Digambara Koti Namana Digambara. He is called Ashutosh. The word Ashutosh means when you deserve something, Mahadev Bhagwan will and he has to give it to you. That is the meaning of his name, Ashutosh. When you deserve something, Shivji Bhagwan will give it to you. This is not any other. This is Mahadev. Ashutosh Shankashekar Chandramauli Chidambara. Whatever is it that you desire and it is good for you and you deserve it, my friends, never doubt it. Mahadev Bhagwan will give that to you. He will give it to you. That is why the doubts that we carry in our life, whether God will help us, when God will help us,
we have to stop praying alone when we are sad. We have to stop praying alone when we have lost something, when troubles are coming in our life. That is the only time most of us pray. And we have to stop doing that. You know why? Because it creates a bad name for our God, my friends. If that is the only time you're going to pray and the only time God is going to see you at his doors, you think you deserve something? My friends, do you really feel you deserve something, or we deserve something? If, you know, sukh mein samiran sab kare, dukh mein kare na koi. In happiness, we are partying and we're doing everything else. Dukh mein, you know, dukh mein sumiran sab kahe, and in sorrows we go to Bhagwan, Prabhu, Prabhu. And when the Lord does not give us, your God is not great. This God that you talk about, Pandit Hardat, is Ashutosh, he's not great. Well, the question is, the greatness should not be questioned. The question is not if he's great. The question is, do you deserve his greatness? Do you deserve his attention? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. Kailashpati Maharaj, what is it? भक्तों ने कभी तुमने शिव निराश ना किया, मांगा जिन्हें जो चाहा वरदान दे दिया. Shivji Bhagwan will bless you with whatever bardhan you deserve. Whatever bardhan you deserve. Bhagwan Vishnu, my friends, goes now to Kailash. When he goes to Kailash, it's not like Shivji Bhagwan is going to, Bhagwan Vishnu is going to stand out there and call out, Shiva, come, help me. Or Shiva, he does not cry. A devotee, my friends, cries in front of God not because they are sad. A devotee does not, that is weakness. And a devotee of God is not weak. A devotee of God stands up. A devotee of Bhagwan, a real lover of our God, stands up. A real lover of God does not shed tears because they are weak. A lover of Shivji and Vishnu Bhagwan, they stand up with courage and they face the challenges of life. You know, when we cry for God, my friends, we cry for God because we love him so much and we see him and he looks so handsome. Every single time I come and look in the eyes of Shiva. This morning I was here, I looked in his eyes, 5 o'clock in the morning, I looked in his eyes and tears went from my eyes. Whenever I look into the eyes of Ma Parvati, my heart, there's so much emotions inside. Not because, you know, I'm a poor guy and whatever, I'm not this, I'm not that. It's just because I love them. I love this evening when I came and I saw Bhagwan Vishnu in the lingam. So much emotions came to me. And when I think about what we're going to have for the future to celebrate here for Shraavan, I am so joyful and so blissed out. This is why we cry in front of Prabhu. Not because we're regretting, not because we are weak. Or this is why you should cry in front of your God. Bhagwan Vishnu go, my friends, and what did he do? He didn't stand up and he says, Prabhu, you know, I'm weak and this and that and the other. And he was not crying. You know what he did? He dug a pit. Reaching to Kailash, what does it say? Gatva Kailasanike, Gatva Kailasanikate, Tapaste pe Hari Swayam, Kritva Kundam cha Sanstapya Jata Veda Samagrataham. Parthivena vidhadena mantrena na vidhairapi stotraschaivapyane kesche girisham chamb jan buddha. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, he dug a pit. He dug a pit, a small pit, my friends. You know what that was? That was his Havan Kunda. And he started. He made an altar as well. He made an altar there and he made a Havan Kund. You must always remember this, my friends. Havan is an essential part of our puja. A really essential part of our puja. It is feeding, literally feeding the God and allowing them to eat. When you give them prasad, you know, you give them banana and apple and things like that, you end up eating it afterwards. But when you feed them in the fire, they're consuming that. Always remember this. They are consuming that. And that is why I have always discouraged anyone. These days, a lot of people have a satsang, like a birthday satsang or whatever it is. And there is a long satsang, like, there's so many singers and so many items and speeches and all that after the puja. And then when everything is done after 3-4 hours, the Panditji have to do Havan. Do not make that mistake, my friends. If you know you're going to have a long satsang with speeches and singers and VIPs and dignitaries and whatever it is, do your puja, do your Havan, do your arti, so that the deities, they are taken care of. The deities are sent, they are fed. Your home is Shanti. And after that, you can have whatever program you want to have. It is already is the best way to do something. The best way to do something. Of course, during your puja, you can have singing and so on, but not to the point where you limit the Havan to wait for an hour or 2 hours to be done. Havan is very important in pujas. Bhagwan Vishnu digged this pit. And what happened, my friends? He started his puja. Now, he did not just do any puja. According to the procedure, Bhagwan Vishnu is going to pray to Shivji. There is a procedure in every puja. And any Pandit who earns their salt, who earns their living through this thing here, they would follow basic steps in doing a puja. Basic steps in doing a puja. Pavitra dharayami, pavitra, purification of the asana, purification of the self, invocations of the different steps of invocations. Any Panditji who owns their salt, I will say, they should know these basic things. Bhagwan Vishnu followed the steps, my friends, to perform these pujas. And what happened? According to the procedure for performing the Parthiv puja, he recited several mantras and stotras, and then he adored Shivji Bhagwan. Vishnu Bhagwan performed now the great puja of Shiva Sahasranamam. He made a seat of lotus. You know what Vishnu Bhagwan did? He made a seat of lotus, but he didn't sit in it. He made that seat of lotus for Bhagwan Shivji. He just imagine the Lord created a seat and nobody sat there. He said Shivji has to sit there. Yeah, so much devotion. Now what did he do? Bhagwan Vishnu says, he took a sankalp. Prasadaviti chaivatrastheneva sarvata maya ityayevam nischam kritva samartam shivam hari. Bhagwan Vishnu made a sankalp. For those of you who are not from this temple, when we do puja here, we have literally trained our devotees. We have trained our devotees what is a sankalp. When the Panditji starts a puja, he puts pan leaf in your hand with supari, little rice, petals, and a coin, throws little water. You must have that. And the Panditji recites a sankalp. Sankalp means a vow. Sankalp means a resolution, a promise. And what are you making a promise? You're promising Bhagwan, Prabhu, I take this sankalp with water in my hand. Agar sankalp ke bina jal hai, to ye sankalp nahi hai. If there is no water in your sankalp, that's not sankalp. You make a promise to your Prabhu. Prabhu, I'm making you a promise that during this puja, I'm not going to let my mind wander off anywhere. I'm not going to let my senses be entangled anywhere. I'm going to be focused on you and you and you only. That is the meaning of sankalp. Because puja requires not your banana and your coconut and your lapsi and puri and whatever else you offer alone. Puja requires yourself. Puja requires, anybody can go buy banana and give Shivji an apple and coconut. But can anybody offer themselves to Bhagwan like Gunanidhi? He jumped on the lingam and he gave Bhagwan himself. The Lord took a sinner into his abode. Gunanidhi gave himself. When you're doing your puja, you have to be connected. You have to be focused. Which guests come and which guest doesn't come, and whatever you forgot and whatever you didn't forget, that's not your business. If the food is done, if the food is not done, that's not your puja. Is your connection. Your puja is your one-on-one with your God. Your puja is a sacred moment between you and your Creator. Don't let it be distracted by if the food done or the food not done. You understand? And the people who come here, you know this, I've taught them this so well. When you start your puja, your food must already be finished cooked. All your cooks must be out of the kitchen and food covered. Everybody's sitting puja and they're waiting. They're enjoying satsang. No walking around, no this, no that. Because those things are very distracting to you. Your puja is your sacred moment. Bhagwan Vishnu took the sankalp in his hand and he says, Mahadev, no matter what happened, I'm not going to get up from this seat. I'm not going to get up from this seat. And I'm not going to break my focus. And he did sankalp, Vishnu, 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 Nama Paramatmane, Purana Purujotmaya, and so on and so forth. And he says, Ati Sri Sahasranamam Sankalpam Maham Karishye. He says, I take this sankalp that I'm going to do Shiva Sahasranam. I take this sankalp that I'm going to do Shiva Sahasranam. A sankalp, my friends, can never or should never be broken. It should never be broken, my friends. I took many sankalp in life, and I've seen the rewards of them. One of the sankalp I took here for Shraavan month is that I'll come here every day, doesn't matter when, and I'll do Shiva Sahasranam. 1,000 names of Shiva every single day. That's a sankalp I took. But last week, for a few days, I had a very terrible ear infection. You didn't know that, of course, because I don't tell you my problems. It was terrible. I had to be away from work for 2.5 days. And the whole work, the antibiotic stuff and so. Of course, I cannot let you see my pain because that is not right. And I didn't come to the mandir. But God bless me that I have a great wife who reminded me that you took a sankalp. You took a sankalp to do 1 month of Shraavan Shiva Sahasranam. So I had to be back, and which means whatever days I've missed, I have to obviously make up, because this is a sankalp. Sankalp between you and God is not like a sankalp between you and your fair friend. You know, I'm going to do something for you and then you forget about it. No, no. Sankalp means you give your life towards doing it, my friend. That's what sankalp means. So what happens? Bhagwan Vishnu took this sankalp. He took this sankalp and he started this puja. He is going to chant the 1,000 names of Shivji Bhagwan. And every time he chants this name, he is going to offer 1 lotus in the Havan Kund. Lotus is not only for prayers, lotus as well you can use for Havan. But don't you try this at home without the guidance of a priest, because you have to know what to do. So in the Havan Kund now he starts to offer the Shiva Sahasranam. One name he started to chant. He took a sankalp, my friends. And then Shivji was not coming. You know, Shivji was not coming. So he intensified his satsang, his puja, my friends. It's said here, what is said here? Vicharayevam swamatim sevanam bahuda kritam tathapi na harastushte babhuveti kara prabhu. तथा सुविस्तिपो विष्णुर्भक्त्या परमयान्विताः सहस्रेणामिति प्रीत्यां तुष्टाव परमेश्वरम्. This is before, my apologies, this is before the Shiva Sahasranam, the 1,000 names. He's praying and chanting and Shiva is not coming. So what he does the one thing that will guarantee Shivji's appearance. And then he took the sankalp, he collected 1,000 lotus flowers, my friends. 1,000 lotus flowers. In puja, you must always remember this. There are 2 flowers that you can offer to any deity. One of those flowers, my friends, is a jasmine flower. One of them is jasmine flower. Jasmine flower you can offer to Hanumanji. You can offer to Shivji, especially Shivji, of course. You can offer to Ramji, Krishna Bhagwan, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Anybody you can offer jasmine to. Why? It is pure, pavitra, and the scent is natural. You don't have to spray anything on it. It's a very natural flower, the jasmine flower. Any deity you can offer to. In Toronto, we have a lot of that here. And the second flower you can offer to any deity, Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati, Hanumanji, Ramji, any deity, is the lotus flower. When I go to Guyana, I have a luxury of puja there because there's lotus in abundance. Last year when we went in July, we were driving down, I forgot which place we were going to. There was a theater in Georgetown there somewhere, and we were driving down there, and my God, my brother-in-law, my Sarubai was driving down rather, and there was this abundance in the trenches, the lotus flower, so many lotus. And I saw when we were driving a big, nice, blossom lotus, and I said, stop right now, and I ran out of the van. I ran out of the van, I'm telling you, my kids are here, they'll tell you. And I picked the lotus because it appealed to me, and I brought it back in the car, and I just admired it. You will say that I'm crazy, my friends, but this is amazing love for the divine. I kept it in my car and, of course, admired it. Lotus is a flower you can offer to any deity. What happened, my friends? Bhagwan Shri Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu Bhagwan Parikshartyam Vishnu Bhaktas Tadave Shankarenaha Kamalanam Sahasratu Hritamekam Cha Nirjama. He offered, for every name of Shivji, he offered Om Sthiraye Namaha. He offered one lotus in the Havan Kund. He took another lotus. Om Sthanave Namaha. He offered in the Havan Kund. Om Prabhave Namaha. He offered in the Havan Kund. Om Bhimaye Namaha. Offered again. Om Pravaraye Namaha. He offered. Om Varadaye Namaha. This is Shiva Sahasranam. Om Varaye Namaha. Om Sarvatmane Namaha. Om Sarvavikyataye Namaha. Om Udbhavaye Namaha. And he continued to offer the lotus in the Havan Kund to Vishnu Bhagwan Mahavishnu. We one time in this land, my friends, in this compound, before we built this temple, before we had built this temple, what happened? Many pujas were done, and many pujas are still done here. We did a Lalita Sahasranamam there, and we offered 1,000 roses as well. Sorry, not roses, kamal flowers in the fire to Lalita Devi. Every Mahashivratri, if you don't know this, let me tell you, every Mahashivratri, Shivratri morning, actually on the night when we spend all night here, the next morning at 3:30, we offer 1,000 lotus to Bhagwan Shivji, chanting Shiva Sahasranam. Shiva Sahasranamam is the wish-yielding tree of this life, my friends. But must not be done when we only desire something. Right now I have no desire. I have the desire for our temple to always serve our community. Right? This is not the first time we're doing it here, by the way. January 6th to February 29th, 54 mornings consecutively, Shiva Sahasranam was done here to Bhagwan Shivji on this lingam. We're doing that again for 1 month. It is beautiful, powerful, very strong. So, when Bhagwan Vishnu is offering one flower, my friends, Bhagwan Shivji says, oh, let me test your devotion. Let me test your devotion, and let me see how strong your devotion is. All devotees, my friends, if you claim to be a devotee of the Lord, if you claim to be a lover of God, you will be tested. Just like in your relationship with your spouse or your partner or your parents, your relationship will be tested each and every day because they are not perfect. Your relationship will be tested each and every day. Similarly, in our relationship with Bhagwan, our relationship will be tested, my friends. Bhagwan Shivji, in a very stealth manner, he went behind Bhagwan Vishnu and he grabbed one of the lotus flower and he quickly ran away back to, where he was. So Bhagwan Vishnu is offering flower. Sthiraya Namastha, Brahmane Namah, Vayu Namah, all the things he's offering. When Bhagwan Vishnu now finishes, he goes 999. He offers the 999 flower in the Havan Kund and he calls Shivji's name. When it is time now for Bhagwan Vishnu to offer the 1,000 flower, Bhagwan Vishnu cannot find that flower. He could not find the flower. So, Bhagwan Vishnu says, what is going to happen? Bhagwan Vishnu has access to the whole world. He has access to everything. So he accesses, he sits right there. The Lord cannot get up from where he was. You know why he cannot get up? It's not like me and you. I will say, I'm for the little puja, I forgot my little kind. Let me go up, and you get up and you go. No, don't ever get up from your puja unless it's an utmost emergency, physical emergency or some other emergency that you have to get up. My friends, he did not get up. He misses an important ingredient in his prayers, but he cannot get up to go and get it, because this is called sankalp. This is called a sankalp. This is called a vow. This is called a resolution that you have made with your Lord to do puja. Do not underestimate puja, my friends. Saturday we have the families who are coming here to do Shivji puja. They know how strict we are with our pujas here. Puja builds us. Puja connects us. Puja arms us. Puja helps us to blossom. Puja refines us. This is how important it is. And you must extend the strictness or firmness with your puja when you sit in your altar every single day. Extend this, discipline to your prayers. Bhagwan Vishnu then looked at everywhere, my friends, looked everywhere. He couldn't find, of course, sitting there, he is Yogeshwar as well, using his powers to get lotus he cannot get. And then, what happened, my friends? When he couldn't get everything, Bhagwan Vishnu, he says, well, I will offer the ultimate flower to Shivji. Let us chant this prayer together, and you will know what I'm talking about.
Shantakaram Bhujagshayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarunam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamal Nayanam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayharam Sarvalokekanatham. This prayer describes Mahavishnu. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham. The Lord of the universe, the Lord of Lakshmi. Padmanabham Suresham. From his navel came Suresham. Suresh is Brahma. Lakshmi Kantam, the Lord of Lakshmi. Kamal Nayanam. Kamal Nayanam means Lakshmi Kantam, the Lord of Vishnu, who has eyes resembling the lotus. Kamal Nayanam, who has eyes resembling the lotus. Bhagwan Vishnu said, wait a minute. The whole world says that my eyes resemble the lotus. What does a lotus eye represent? The lotus eye means the pure eye. The lotus flower, if you don't know, the lotus flower grows in the most impure environment where there's ringworm. And when there's dirt, that is the place it chooses to grow, the lotus flower, the Kamal flower. That is Mahalakshmi. And you know the message it tells us? That if you take out all the lotus flower from there, the Kamal flower from the trench looks so impure. You don't want even to look in there. Your eyes are not, your eyes are too pure to look there. But you know what happened? The lotus goes and occupies its position among the ringworm. And you know what happens? Immediately, it catches your attention. Immediately, you say, wow. Wow, the same pond that you were not paying attention to, the same one you're admiring because of the presence of Mahalakshmi, the Kamal flower. The lotus adds beauty. The lotus is pure. And Vishnu Bhagwan, his eyes resemble the lotus, which means when we use these eyes, we must look with purity. When we look, my friends, at everybody, we must look at them with purity. We must look at them as embodiments of the divine, not in a material way.
So Vishnu Bhagwan says, wait a minute. Why search for lotus? I have the lotus eyes. And you know what the Lord was going to do? He took the knife and he was going to cut out one of his eyes, dig out one of his eyes to offer to Bhagwan Shivji. Bhagwan Shivji, Mahadev Bhagwan Kailashpati appeared in front of Bhagwan Vishnu. Namah Shambhavaye cha Mayo Bhavaye cha Namah Shamkaraye cha Mayaskaraye cha Namah Shivaye cha Shivataraye cha. Na? Bhagwan Shivji appears in front of Vishnu Bhagwan and says, Vishnu, nah, don't do that. You have proven how staunch you are of me, of your devotion. You've proven how much you love me. You have proven already your dedication to me. You have shown the world how puja must be sacred. You have shown the world what the power of sankalp is. You have shown the world all of that. Don't give me your eyes, Mahavishnu. Vishnu Bhagwan prays. He says, Shivji Bhagwan ne kaha tha ki, hey, prasanno asmi hare tubhyam varam bruhi tatespitam mano bhilishchitam dabhi nadeyam vidyate tava. Prasanna asmi hare tubhyam. I am pleased with you, oh Vishnu. I am super pleased with you. Please ask me. Whatever vow you want, I will give it to you. Whatever boon you want, I will give it to you. Ask me, ask me. Bhagwan Vishnu says, hey Mahadev, vacham kim me twadakne ve hyantaryami tvamastitaha tathapi kataye natha tava shasan gauravat. I speak to you, O Mahadev. What can I tell you? Why will I insult you? This is the words of Bhagwan Vishnu. Vacham kim. What words can I speak to you? Vacham kim me tvadagne ve. Why should I insult you, Mahadev, by telling you what I need? Why should I speak with my voice words which you already know? The very words that I have to utter. This is Vishnu Bhagwan telling Shivji this. The very words which I have to utter. Hey Mahadev, you already know what they are. You know what my desires are. You know what my needs are. Why am I going to insult you, Mahadev, and tell you that? Vishnu Bhagwan says, you are aware of my tathapi katape nata tava shasani gauravat. You are aware of my inner feelings, O Mahadev. Please don't insult me. Mahadev Bhagwan says, tathastu. I bless you, Mahavishnu, with whatever desires you have. And you know what happens? Mahadev Bhagwan is the Lord of weapons. Mahadev Bhagwan, Shivji, he manifested, from his hand he manifested the Chakra Sudarshan. The Sudarshan Chakra. You know, he manifested that chakra. The chakra that held in Bhagwan Vishnu's finger, that is called the wheel of time. That, my friends, is what Bhagwan Vishnu used in his days of war and battle to destroy many, many strong armies. His, Sudarshan Chakra. Bhagwan Shivji give the chakra to Mahavishnu and says, Vishnu, this will be the most powerful weapon you would ever carry in your life. Of course, my friends, winning Shiva's confidence means you have access to the entire universe, all the weapons. But we don't need weapons today. We need a weapon of love. We need compassion. We need all the beautiful things, my friends, to survive. And so, this is how important it is to win Bhagwan Mahadev's confidence. And this is Vishnu Bhagwan who did this, my friends. Vishnu Bhagwan, not anyone else. If Mahanarayana could have done so much penance to Shivji, who are we? He is Lakshmi Pati. He is the Lord of Lakshmi. He is no short of wealth. Mahadev Bhagwan Vishnu is no short of wealth. Tirupati Balaji is no short of wealth. Narayana has an abundance of it. He owns all of it. Why would prayer be necessary? But my friends, without the confidence of Shiva, enemies are still going to destroy us. Today, on this very auspicious day of Ekadashi, I bring you this beautiful katha of Bhagwan Shiva and Bhagwan Vishnu. And I ask and pray that my Bhagwan Vishnu and Bhagwan Shivji grant you all blessings in abundance, my friends, because without their guidance, puja is not something that we do because you're a Hindu and every morning you have to be and pray and you have to put flower out. Puja is not done when you need something. Prabhu, give me this, give me that. We have become beggars in front of the doors of Prabhu. We have become beggars in front of the doors of our Lord. Prabhu, give me this, give me that. Some Panditji tell you, go 9 morning, this go happen. Go 9 days, this go happen. Do this, this go happen. We are harnessed with the greatest technology ever. You think about it. Everything that exists, the electronic cars, the computers, the phone, everything that exists, my friends, in this world, every single thing that exists in this world were created by you, by a human being. The sophisticated phones that we carry, the computers, they're smart, you may think so. But you know who built them? People built them. All the robots that are doing this and that and the other, today man can go to space and moon and back and all the whole works. You know who did that? Human beings with this brain, they have done that. With this brain, we are very smart people. Going to God is not about begging for something. Going to Bhagwanji is about obtaining a sense of satisfaction and realization that you can utilize this in its fullest. You can utilize this vehicle to the fullest. And that, my friends, is a demonstration of Bhagwan Vishnu today, that of course we can utilize this to the fullest. I hope and pray that all of you in this beautiful month of Shraavan continue to be dedicated to Bhagwan Shivji, and of course continue to be dedicated to Bhagwan Vishnu. Prayers and devotion are the very ingredients which, when missing, makes us incomplete. Devotion is that ingredient that identifies us between ourselves and God. Devotion is what makes a devotee. Without devotion, you are just a living corpse on this earth, my friends. Therefore, let us charge ourselves up and let us pray every day that Bhagwan Shivji will grant you blessings in abundance, my friends, in abundance. Bole Umapati Mahadev ki jai. Prem se bolo Shri Hari Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai. Let us now, my friends, remember, we continue to bring you all these gems of Mahashri Puran every evening. Tomorrow we'll do that again. Saturday, Sunday, every day we do that. Please continue to be part of this process by making it happen. When the temple is empty, because, most of the time it is because of COVID. Mondays, by the way, it is filled and continue to fill up. We depend on this online program to carry this temple. And today we're thankful to our 5 sponsors. Happy birthday to Chandini Rajaram. We wished her happy birthday already. And Chandini, again, best wishes and lots of love from your mom, dad, your sister, Sacha Devi, and of course the entire family circle. Ma Durga's blessings to you always. Happy, happy birthday. We'd like to wish a happy 10th birthday greetings now, going to Parnita Kishun of Guyana, from your nanny and family in New York. Of course, stay blessed, stay pleasant at all times, Parnita, and may Bhagwan Shivji continue to guide you. Let's sing a little kirtan for Parnita and wish her all the best. Ki Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja. Ho Shiv Raja, Shiv Raja, Shiv Raja, Shiv Raja, Shiv Kami Priya Shiv Raja, Shiv Kami Priya Shiv Raja, Chidambare Sa Shiv Raja, Chidambare Sa Shiv Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja. Oh, bolo Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja.
O Shiv Raja, Shiv Raja, Shiv Raja, Shiv Raja, Shiv Kami Priya Shiv Raja, Shiv Kami Priya
Shiv Raja,
O Chidambare Sa Shiv Raja, Chidambare Sa Shiv Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar
Nat Raja,
Ho bolo Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja, Nartan Sundar Nat Raja. Parnita, happy birthday to you at such a gentle age of 10. It is important for you to be grounded and have your roots in religion, in culture, in traditions, and of course, in your education. Bhagwan's blessings to you, and hope and pray that you always stay brilliant, bright, in the purest sense. Bole Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai Ho. Next, we would like to wish, of course, let me see who else we got here. Today we're celebrating, or of course in memory of Uncle Baker. Uncle Baker is no stranger to me. I've said this before, and I actually grew up in the village of Cotton Tree. If you've never been to the village of Cotton Tree, you should go sometime. It's in Berbice, of course. That's where I was born. I was actually born in Yoram Salam Hospital, but grew up in Cotton Tree. It's a place that is blessed with a lot of simple people, and among them, it was blessed with a very honorable baker. He was a baker of the village. Today, the family, celebrating our father, Mr. Sriram Singh, also known as Uncle Baker of Cotton Tree Village. And today, 23 years ago today, he departed this earth from his wife, Auntie Shirley, who, by the way, is a devotee of our temple, who misses this temple so much because of, situations. But we'll see you Saturday, Auntie Shirley, for the Shivji Puja, the Lingam Puja. So Auntie Shirley, I remember her in those days, of course, when we used to go to buy bread there. 23 years ago, he departed, left her and his children, Sati, Sano, Babita, and Geeta. All of these children whom I know, of course. And they actually are in so much in touch with me. Geeta, although she's in Florida, she's connected to our temple and to me in some ways. And of course, Babita and Sati, I see them very often, and Sanu as well. God bless all of you. And today, as you miss your dad, we pray and ask that, actually, let me read the message. Sadly missed along life's way, quietly remembered every day, no longer in our life to share. But in our hearts, you're always dear. May Hanumanji Bhagwan bless your soul, and may he always bless all of you, Auntie Shirley and all his children, grandchildren, everyone. Uncle Baker was a gentleman. I've always spoken of him as a gentleman. I was a little when we had a little grocery store, so we had to go buy bread. So he was the big baker who distributed bread. You had to go and carry your order, and you have to go place your order. And man, you go there on a Friday afternoon. Oh boy, the smell alone, the scent of the bread and all that he baked was so amazing. And you had to put your order in, and he'd always ensure that you're taken care of. And if he didn't have anything, he'd make sure that he takes care of his customers, and was really a gentleman. Uncle Baker, in heaven, your family sends this a dedication to you today. And we'll sing this old bhajan of Hari Om Sharan, and ask and pray that this bhajan touch Uncle Baker wherever he is. I give him a little bit more time because I happen to know him so much. Jai Vishwanath, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Vishwanath, Om Namah Shivaya. जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 जह शिव जी विचरण करते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं। ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है, ये पतित पावनी काशी है। जहाँ काशी को पावन रजकन को नित अपने शीश पे रखते हैं। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। आनंद हो आनंद रुद्र वास ये शिव काशी वाराणसी। महाश्मशान तपस्थली मुक्ति भूमि वाराणसी। त्रिपुरारी की नगरी है, शिव शंभू की ध्येय पुरी। जग विपदा हो रनि नगरी है, गंगा तट धारणी नगरी। जहाँ पाप सभी से निकते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं। ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है, ये पतित पावनी काशी है। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। ओ शिव त्रिशूल पे ठहरी हुई है, पवन पावनी है काशी। परम भक्ति की कान है ये, तन मन भावन ये काशी। सकल देवता अति दिन रूप से नित्य ही पूजन पर थे। ज्योतिर्लिंग विश्वेश्वर जी का जिस दर्शन पर खेल है थे। जहाँ विश्वनाथ जी हंसते हैं उस भूमि को काशी कहते हैं। ये मोक्षदायिनी काशी है, ये पतित पावनी काशी है। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। जय विश्वनाथ ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 हे ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलिए उमापति महादेव की जय। God blessings on Uncle Baker and on to all the family, children, Auntie Shirley. Bhagwan's blessings and care upon all of you at all times. And know that as villagers and people who grew up together, we'll always be here for each other. Stay blessed. Now, who else is here? We have lots of celebration today. And it's a great thing because I like to celebrate with all of you lovely people.
So we have next, a happy 53rd anniversary, of course, to Mr. and Mrs. These again are people from our village. Happy 53rd wedding anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Lalta Siutahal, or known as Uncle Laltu, of course, and Auntie Shalot. Greetings are coming from your children, Seso, Nalo, Sabo, and the late Nemo, daughters-in-laws, and son-in-law as well. Bhagwan's blessings of your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, Bhagwan's blessings, and to both of you who are in New York, I hope you're staying well. This is a lovely, lovely couple from our number 2 village back home, who, of course, we grew up among these people. These are elders in our village who, who I would say taught us to sing Chautal, taught us to sing Ramayan, Bani style Sumiran, and all these kind of things. And this Uncle Laltu and his wife, they are very, when you see them, you get so much of happiness and joy. Because whenever I've met them, and we don't meet so often because they're in New York, but so much of love, and always extended, of course, from all their children as well. And Sabo, who is closest to us here, has been with us for so many years and still here with us in so many ways, supported us recently in our 100-day program. So happy 53rd anniversary to both of you, Uncle Laltu and Auntie, and hope you're safe in New York. We pray, although we cannot be here, in person, virtually we send you Mahadev Bhagwan's blessings on this very, very auspicious day of Ekadashi. It's a very powerful day, very blessed day, and we sing a song for you, of course. Hope you enjoy, hope you clap your hands, and hope you celebrate in your own way your blessed anniversary. Bole Maapani Mahadev ki jai. Ho manware bhajle, o bhajle, o bhajle, Shiv Shankar Avinashi, he bhajle, Shiv Shankar Avinashi. Manware bhajle, o bhajle, tu bhajle, Shiv Shankar Avinashi, he bhajle, Shiv Shankar Avinashi. Ho bhav sagar se तारे उनको, भव सागर से तारे उनको, जो जन सेवर काशी, जो जन सेवर काशी। मनवारे भजले, ओ भजले, तू भजले, शिव शंकर अविनाशी, भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी। पार्वती पति और धरधानी है भोले बंदारी, है भोले बंदारी। धन संपदा लुटा के जग को आप बगंबर धारी, आप बगंबर धारी। भक्तों को देते महल अटारी, भक्तों को देते महल अटारी। आप मशाल के वासी, आप मशान के वासी। भजले, ओ भजले, तू भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी, है भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी। गंगा जी की जटा में लेकर गिर धरती के उतारा, फिर धरती पे उतारा। हर हर गंगे जय माँ गंगे बोल उठा जग सारा। हर हर गंगे जय माँ गंगे, हर हर गंगे जय माँ गंगे। हर हर गंगे जय माँ गंगे बोल उठा जग सारा, बोल उठा जग सारा। धन्य हो गई, तृप्ति हो गई, धन्य हो गई, तृप्ति हो गई।
जो धरती थी प्यासी, जो धरती थी प्यासी रे भजले तू भजले, तू भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी, भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी। हो निर्मल जल और बेल पत्र ने शिव पूजा हो जाती, शिव पूजा हो जाती। शंकर जी की भक्त सहज मन का संताप मिटाती, मन का संताप मिटाती। चंद्रमौली शिव मन में हो तो, चंद्रमौली शिव मन में हो तो नित है पूरनमासी, नित है पूरनमासी रे भजले तू भजले, तू भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी, हे भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी। ओ मनवारे भजले तू भजले, तू भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी, भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी, हे भजले शिव शंकर अविनाशी। May Bhagwan bless you both, Uncle Altu and Auntie, and may you live for many, many more lifetime together under the guidance of Shivji Bhagwan. Bole Mahapati Mahadev ki jai. We are singing to wish people well, but we are celebrating our life as well, because singing and praying is a joy, it's a bliss, my friends, that we are experiencing in this holy month of Shraavan. You know where and where people are today doing what and what? Knowing that this month of Shraavan, unknowingly as well, they are there doing all sort of things. But we are engaged in Satsangh. So many hundreds of you on Facebook and YouTube are engaged in Satsangh. So why not? Let's celebrate. We have our birthday girl in the temple, Gomati. Happy birthday. Because it's your birthday and you're here, we're going to sing something for you, a song for you. And you will actually get to come and meet Bhagwan Shiva and Parvati. You have prasad, flowers. So we would like to wish Gomati a happy birthday. Gomati is actually my family. I think you know that. But I don't know really how we're family. I think your dad explained this thing to me one time. And of course, I didn't see him back. But anyways, I want to wish a happy birthday to Gomati today. And ask and pray that Bhagwan's blessings be upon her always, of course. And this is a message from her children, family. We would like to wish a happy birthday to Gomati Sukram from your children, Nick and Nikita, and your loving husband, Raj. Your children are here today, and so may Bhagwan Shivji continue to bless you and guide you each and every day of your life. We love you very much. And that is from your family, Gomati. Happy, happy birthday. May you always stay smiling and blessed and happy. And on this very auspicious day, we would let you now come with your family, of course, on the altar. Bring your prasadam and your flowers and so on. Panditji will help you to offer prasadam to Shivji Bhagwan. And let's sing a song for her. She's in the temple, so she'll get the vibrations directly here to Bhagwan Shivji. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. He Shashi Shekhar Shashank Shekhar Parvati Priya Tav Sharanam. He Shashi Shekhar Shashank Shekhar Parvati Priya Tav Sharanam. Om Shiva Parat Para Shiva Omkara Shiva Tav Sharanam. ओम शिव परा शिव ओंकारा शिव तव शरणम। हे शिव शंकर भवानी शंकर उमा महेश्वर तव शरणम। हे शिव शंकर भवानी शंकर उमा महेश्वर तव शरणम। ओम शिव परा ओंकारा शिव तव शरणम। ओम शिव परा शिव ओंकारा शिव तव शरणम। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः। बोले मापति महादेव की जय।
Happy birthday again, Umati. Nice to be here on your birthday. Thank you everyone for being with us this evening. We had 5 families who sponsored the evening, and we're very thankful for to celebrate with them and for them to remember us and to be with us, to allow Bhavani Shankar Mandir through Shanti Satsangh to celebrate with you. Continue to celebrate with us. As I always say, there is no fee for celebrating, there is no fee for prayer. You all know this, Pandit Hardat has never charged you a fee for anything that I've done in your life, including Shanti Satsangh. People say they want to sponsor the night. I say, okay, just send me the details. They send me the name and the pictures. They say, Panditji, how much? I says, there is no fee. You give whatever you desire to the temple, and we are very blessed to celebrate with you. We're just blessed to celebrate the opportunity with you. God bless all of you. Tomorrow we celebrate. Saturday we celebrate again. Now, it's after 9, but I know it's time to wrap up the program, but we cannot forget Hanumanji Maharaj has blessed us with this opportunity from the beginning of Shanti Satsang to never ever end. Of course, Monday is a different story, but to never ever end without Hanumanji Chalisa.
Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghuvar Bimal Jasun Jodayak Phalchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi Harahu Kalesh Vikar हर जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा
अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संग कंचन वरन विराज सुबेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित के हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आगे प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसी सूक्ष्म रूप धरि जेई दिखावा विकट रूप धरि अंत जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे काय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम प्रिय भरत संभाले ससवदन तुमरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगा सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित यम कुबेर दिगपाल चहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भाना लीलो ताहि मधुर पर जाना प्रभु मोदिका मिली मुख माही जल्दी लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगमालो व्रत मरेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसाते सब सुख रहे तुम्हारी शरण तुम रक्षक का हो डर आपन तेज संहारो आप
पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय हो।
Please remember, our Shiv Parivar, our Shiv Parvati or Parvati Mangal is on August 3rd, and you're invited to this wedding, this fantastic, this beautiful wedding that we are planning. You will never see something like this again in Bhavani Shankar Mandir. Of course, you will see something probably better when we do it again, but how we're doing it this time, because as you know, we don't like to do, you have to be innovative, you have to be different to pique people's interest, to let them think differently. If they see the same thing all the time, same thing all the time. So this time is very innovative, very creative, lots of love, lots of planning going to this wedding. You can't see something like this again. Our West Indian community must be very proud to have a temple that absorbs all our things in a very Vedic way. You see Vishnu Bhagwan here dressed with the chandan this afternoon and blue and white. That is just not because we ain't got nothing to do and we say let's buy blue flower or we run with a style, let's put chandan on him. No. That's because today is Ekadashi and it's important that we honor the day and we be creative about how we present our Lord. With everything we do here, with pujas, with everything, it is done according to how it's supposed to be done. The wedding will be done how it's supposed to be done, according to Shiv Puran. When Shivji appeared and Parvati Ma, when the lady saw him, the whole works, we're doing that. And you have to come. Our community must be proud and should be proud of your culture and how rich it is. And so I invite all of you to come. Now, what are you going to come with? Of course, when you come on the wedding day, August 3rd, you're going to have your reserved seats with your family. So when you come like 4 people sitting together, we put 4 seats, and that's your, it's like you're the theater. These nice reserved seats, and then you'll sit down and you enjoy the ceremony. We're doing some nice videoing and thing. And then you'll see the whole steps, all the steps you'll see in the wedding ceremony. And at the end of it, when Parvati Mata and Shivji Bhagwan are finished getting married, just like they do in India and any wedding house, everybody going to meet bride and groom. Congratulations, God bless, long life, juk juk ji and thing. And they've kept a little, wedding present. Of course, you'll bring your little, your card, your wedding card. You can create it from scratch, your little wedding card, to Bhagwan, Shivji and Parvati, of course. And, you have to put a little something in there, something will mean something in the wedding card. You put a little something, and the bride and groom, they have to start a beautiful life in the temple. So you give them enough something to, start a very nice life. So August 3rd, all of you will be here. I'm looking forward to seeing you here. Lots of preparations. Let it be beautiful, friends. Let it be very beautiful. See all of you tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Let us do Aarti because it's Ekadashi. We'll do Jai Jagadish Aarti today.
यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे।
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलो दया है, किस विध मिलो दया है, तुमको मेको मति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिविर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भावभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनां, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयम्, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर, गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। असतो मा सत्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति, हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की, गुरु महाराज की, नवग्रह देवता की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, श्री महागंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की, सत्यनारायण स्वामी की, श्री महासरस्वती माता की, श्री महालक्ष्मी माता की। जयकारा शेरवाली रा बोल साचे दरबार की। नमः पार्वती पतये, हर 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 महादेव शंभो। भवानी शंकर भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, कैलाशपति महाराज की, भोलेनाथ भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सनातन धर्म की, सनातन धर्म की। सबको ये जय जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम। ओम नमः शिवाय। And good to see all of you again online. See you all tomorrow evening for Shanti Satsangh, 7 p.m. Tomorrow is Friday, nice day for Devi. So see all of you. Good night, everyone.